all this and all system. There's gonna be part 2 here as of that. Can we? No. Okay. They don't allow you to do shenanigans. Sometimes you definitely want to keep an eye out for shenanigans. Stuff that. Ooh, since it has this, it makes you think that there's going to be something, but nope. That would have been really fun if this was something, but this is kind of like a first impression just about certain specific character and stuff that, but yeah. And then we go over here. And you can also go from here, from over here as well. More ammo. Sadly, there's nothing cool about this either. But then you have the symbol here, of course. You're meant to go up a certain way, and I don't know if the first time I went there, if I actually went there like the quote unquote the correct way or whatever. So that's the first time I got to the place. Because it looked like there was supposed to be a way around and stuff that, But then the path didn't quote unquote make any sense at all. And because back then I didn't check the map because I didn't know you had access to the map already and stuff that, so, because it looks like, oh, you're supposed to go up here and stuff that, So you think, okay, we go up here and stuff that, then we go up here, where it clearly seems to show that, oh, you're supposed to go up here and stuff that, and you get the shield here. So I forgot if it's better. No. Well, that's the first shield. Oh. But I'm pretty certain it's supposed to give you a shield at one point. That's weird. I didn't know you could pick up a shield before that. But then we go up here. And they might think that, oh, this is supposed to be the stack, and it's supposed to be that you're continuing on this way. Because that's kind of what it seems that you're supposed to do here. But then when you get here, you get like really confused. Like you're like, okay, over there, but then it's not. There's like no grapple point. And stuff that, then you're like, huh? Like, what are you supposed to do with this? Right, and then when you check on the map, for example, there is no like how do you go over there and stuff that, There is something over here as well, which I'm a bit uncertain what that's supposed to be and stuff that, but yeah, but you're like, huh, because you don't have the gliding ability yet either and stuff that, like there's no, you don't have extra gliding, and then if you check around, it looks like, oh, maybe you could go like, oh, up here or something like that, but no, you cannot do that either. And if you do this, for example, like jump, oh, you can actually grab from over there.
You had quite the
Even though it didn't show the R3 there, and stuff that, so maybe the distance is longer than you think.
Go ahead, raid the place.
That's nice.
RJ, I've got
Okay, we'll get the foxhole. Which actually I know is very decent. Because it is more armor, it's more that, it's like less recharge time. That's a pistol as well. Pistol. That's 50 DPS. Jacobs, Daedalus, yeah. None of them are better than that though, so that's a bit of an issue in my opinion. And sometimes, right, if you want to like remove stuff, you should always look like, okay, like what's the price, like 50, 49, 71. Like 95 seems to be the cheapest there. and stuff there. But yeah, but if you went here 50, 49, so this should be the first two things that you move,
Awesome.
just in
Almost done,
case, you know.
Come on down.
Right. And then when you've done this now, when you have quote unquote raided the place as it were, so that then you have a nice fireplace here where it looks like you would be able to cook or whatever, you know. It looks like you would be able to cook here. And this is oh, that's actually interesting. Where is, yeah, this is under the bridge here. I don't think I did this before. Oh, this is this. Oh, that thing is. Oh, that's interesting. But I don't think that there was anything special like over here. I mean, that would have been a cool place to hide stuff, in my opinion. But I don't think in this area that they have like any hidden like of the vault symbols or anything, because otherwise, I mean, technically, it wouldn't show up where things are here. But it's very clearly something you can go to over here. Maybe that's not until later. But then he should be over here. Because that is now open, you can see it's showing green there.
There we go. Let's get to our ride. Maybe we can even pick up some of the other prisoners.
And then you can see everyone is just massacred.
Oh, no.
And you're supposed to listen to a guy here. That's over here.
He made me.
You dumbass prisoner. And it definitely looks like, I mean, I've never checked in here if there is supposed to be something here.
Now they serve a greater purpose. Now you see the true bars of your cage. You cannot.
I mean, it would have been mean. Now, if this is a place that you only go to once, then they would never hide vault symbols here, because then if it's like, oh yeah, you missed this Vault Hunter symbol, but back now you cannot get every single Vault Hunter symbol in the game. But at the end of the day, they do give you some leeway, if I remember correctly. I think they did that in Borderlands too, that you technically, in order to do the final challenge of the whole, because there were like challenges and stuff that, oh, find this amount of this thing, you know, and stuff that. And then I'm pretty certain that you didn't have to find all of the Vault Hunter symbols and stuff that in order to get the final challenge completed and stuff that, you know. Right, det was a ladder somewhere. Right, but it's a ladder. Because generally speaking, you need to go up where the ladder is. Yes, here. But then I wonder what's the point there. If there was nothing hidden there, like why have the ladder there even? Because sometimes it is very weird, because sometimes, right, like, there is like a design purposes to thing. And now I realize what it reminds me of. It actually reminds me a bit of, like, almost like a Unreal Tournament design a bit with some whole areas, or like Unreal, like, not Unreal Raw 1, because Unreal 1 has more of the medieval thing mixed with sci-fi and stuff that, because yeah. I think we're actually supposed to go through there. But we can open this. And we can also open this with should be a weapon or something, or armor or whatever. One pistol and a pistol again. But since we're at the maximum, into backpack we go. And then we get rid of the cover for 50. 50. Get rid of the one there as well. That's 71. For that though. 71 for that. 105, 99, 99, 100, 98, 98, 96, 95, 90. Okay. That gives us 2 slots, which is not going to be enough though for the boss. I don't think. I think I'm supposed to jump down there. That is just before the boss fight starts. Let's get the pistol here. Now, sadly, for some reason, they only make it so that you can refill the ammo here and stuff that, which is, you know, like, why can't they allow you to shop here or whatever, right? You know. But supposedly what you're meant to do is actually just be at the maximum and not pick up stuff and then rely on things going into the thing, because if you look at the EU here, for example, you don't have lost loot. It's the number of items covered by lost loot machines, but you can only hold up to six stuff in it, so the lost loot is also very important. And stuff that's, yeah. Because the only weapons that you would get ammo for would be the weapons that you don't have yet and stuff that, meaning that you don't really need to spend the money there to do that. Right, for boss time. Right, you're a big dude and that's the shit.
Getting out of here.
We're getting out of here. And an explosion. That stops that plan. And then, wow, I'm the evil hat guy. I'm the evil mushroom man. No one leaves. He's level 2, by the way. And yeah, you can. I don't think you can farm up level 2 in this encounter though, I don't think. Okay. That's a bit scary though. Okay, let's switch to that's me here. So there's more chests. Okay, this one is burst firing. Slide. Hiding strats. Okay, hit that. And that can switch to pistol mode as well. Let's do it because he's out of shields. Wait a bit. Punch. Should be charged. That's a thing that can do a lot of damage. Over here, open this. Around here, open this. That. Don't fucking die now. Please.
There's yet more I can.
And we finally get the skill points here. So we equip the action skill there, so we have the punch. So gains maximum machine capacity, melee crit. You gain more fire damage because I believe that this will give me fire damage with every single weapon, even like including melee weapons and stuff that, you know. The worst thing is now we're really out of room with a lot of things here. First we look here though. What is here? That is a stim. Blood of stim, yes, good. Because then that means that we can drop this. Because that's only worth 71, so go over here. Make sure that we drop this for 71 here. Same thing, for example, if we find another shield. Because you'd always drop the stuff that is worth the lowest first. Okay. So that's just an ordnance. 87, yeah, that's lower. We go over here. All the stuff that we drop over here. So we can tell. Right, 87, that's worth less than the guns. Yeah, 71. In the Tropic Tonic, that's worth 90. What was the lowest gun again? I think 95 is the lowest gun. Yeah, 95 is the lowest gun. 83 on the Grenado. So 90 on that. Since it's 90 on that, we go over here. I know this is a very, very odd way of doing things here. This is a grenade. Because I'm pretty certain that grenade is just immediately going to be better. Just a level 2-1, but that's... This is a new grenade, so it's increased the damage and radius. And cooldown is increased. So this dancing in days 18 seconds. It has 2 charges. Good. Right, and we put that there. Go over here. Can we get rid of the grenade? Okay. I'll get that. The Lumen Cure. Oh, but since we have it equipped. Right, so since we have this equipped, but there was nothing else, right? There was a shield or a grenade, right? So we grab a pillbox. That's a better shield, I think. Yeah, that's going to be a better shield, so we can use. Can you stop that shield? And now we can just pick up this shield instead. So we grab a pillbox. When energy shields are empty, gains fire rate and reload speed. And that's another, that's what, 88. Okay. 15. So now we get rid of what? 2. We get rid of 2 things. Get rid of 2 things. A 95er and a 96, I think we get rid of. Yes. So that was a 95er, and then we get rid of a 96, I think. We go, and that should allow us to pick up this. And these, because these are level 2 now, that's theoretically better to pick up. What is this? That's an impact grenade. There's an actual gun there. So the level 2 guns are going to be worth more. So let's get rid of the 6. I thought there was another 96 as well. Also 96 and what, 97. Get rid of those. And now we have 2 slots, right? Yes, 2 slots. We grab. We have to do that. Oh. Because that's crap. Okay, good. So we go with, there's a machine gun here instead of green one. Even though that's less DPS than a gun, because we only have some machine guns and pistols right now. Yeah. And the green ones, as you can see, are always worth more than the grey ones. Right. And then worth 115, grab that. And then that's worth 81, so we don't grab that. I think that's gonna do it. And then you just do this. And I believe that all of these, I don't know if you need to touch them, but all of these should just go into a thing. But one thing I kinda wish that they could do is that you could scrap stuff somehow, that you could have some sort of scrapping, and it doesn't give you the same as selling it. It doesn't give you the same value. It gives you instead less than you would from selling stuff, but at least give you something. And in terms of right, that what should be the items it actually tries to recover for you, right? Like what items should they actually recover? Like they should specifically. But then we only have 1 point in vessel codes, obviously. But we are almost immediately going to gain a level again. I always thought that this was very weird. So
All part of my master plan. Ow! This is where I betray you. Seriously, can you imagine?
it actually sounds like
Thanks. We gotta get out of here before the timekeeper. Yeah!
Too late.
What are you? Oh, crap.
I'm always watching.
and it transfers the ownership from Echo over to you
Useful
because that makes it so that you cannot get controlled.
in action. Besides, it's more fun getting your hands dirty when they aren't your hands.
And the funny thing is, it is understandable when Anon does it, but when for example, when the tiny girl does it, it makes no sense and stuff that. Especially where he's grabbing and stuff that.
Oh, I hated that. RJ, you okay?
And now he's controlled instead.
RJ?
What use is a Vault Hunter?
What use is about hunter and he stabs himself and blah blah blah.
None at all.
None at all. What use is a Vault Hunter? Because the thing is, right, from my understanding, it's only the Vault Hunter that can, quote unquote, what do you call it? It's only the Vault Hunters that can respawn from Dr. Respawn points. So if he's really a Vault Hunter, then he should have been able to respawn. That's the thing. I'm guessing it's not supposed to work like that, like lore-wise and stuff that.
Vault Hunter. Scoop it up, beach trash. Scoop it up, beach trash.
And he hasn't seen the Vault Hunter yet.
Beach trash. Get rich off the beach trash. Whoa. Could it be my savior? My chosen hero
Fucking
from
crap.
the starry beyond?
I was like capped up as the character actually and stuff that, because
I said, are you my chosen hero?
and it makes sense when he throws at the female character because when he wakes the female character up, he throws specifically at the head. I wonder if he does it in this cutscene also as well here, that he throws it on the head. It kind of looked weird.
Yes! Hello, beach trash.
Hello, beach trash. Yeah, I forgot that he calls you that actually. So yeah. So we have a bunch of, right, and we have a reward also, but you don't want to collect the reward yet, of course, obviously.
Call me Claptrap, last vestige of the Crimson Resistance. So,
I don't think there were anything that you could sell specifically here. You need to go actually up to the place where you can actually sell
I'm Amon,
and stuff that.
and my whole deal is that your friend RJ just helped me break out of prison. He told me to find you.
RJ, my #1 recruit, most promising Vault Hunter I know. We'd be lost without him. Actually, where is he?
He did not make it.
Huh. Bummer. Say, have I mentioned how promising
Say?
you look? Welcome to the Crimson Resistance, new RJ. Oh gosh. Oh,
New RJ. He's
Got everything we'll need to free this planet. A couple shacks, a banner. Oh, complimentary hot dogs. Ta-da! What do you think?
Yeah, I know you were supposed to come and look, and stuff that,
I set up our recruitment center on this beach because it's so nice, and not because I was stuck or scared. Not a ton of applicants lately, but I knew it was just a matter
And
of
there's a
time.
fishing rod, of course,
So
obviously.
much time.
The funny thing is, I missed, like, not a legendary, but I missed an epic weapon from one of those things where you fish because I didn't understand what you were supposed to do. And so that, because it felt like there was one fishing spot where I could use infinite fish over and over again and stuff like that, and eventually there was like a legendary, or not a legendary, but there was an epic that I didn't pick up and stuff like that.
These are batteries.
The two triple A experience.
You're supposed to compliment them.
Yeah, that's how it looks.
Whatever. Look, I got it hard out here. All my top dogs got eaten by those psychopathic reapers higher up on the beach.
Fear not. Sad little toaster boy. I will destroy
Sad
these
little
relics.
toast.
Really? I mean, really good job showing initiative, rookie. Come on.
I think you can get an SDU early here though.
This way.
Is it that? Because if we can get an SDU early, the first backpack upgrade slot is only 5. And stuff that, which is going to be a big deal. But I forgot if that breaks the thing. If you happen to get a backpack slot, if that just breaks the other thing. Let's see, gun. Let's see, gun as well. But I also think that when it comes to loot, for example, it shouldn't abandon loot that you find here, for example, in stuff, as long as you don't quote unquote try and pick it up, right? That it should always prioritize loot that is actually worth more and stuff that, right? But I don't know exactly how the loot priority is and stuff that. There might be a lot of people that, oh, it's not worth trying to pick up everything and stuff that. Let's go where we're not supposed to go. Just because we can. How do we have? No, we don't have space yet. Because that would have been a gun. Or I'm pretty certain that if we take this, we go over the maximum here. Yeah, no, backpack is full okay. We cannot pick it up yet. Oh. Because technically all the level 2 stuff, even the grey level 2 stuff, are worth more than what we currently have in the inventory and stuff that. That's something you can always do, for example, like if you go into the backpack here again, for example, like all the level 1 stuff. Okay, so those are level 2. That's a level 1 though, that's still worth 130. But it's worth 98. So get rid of that, 98, 98, 99, 99, 100, 105, 115. Oh, right, let's get rid of the 100 and the 105. There we go, get rid of those. Although, right, I kind of wish that you could turn something into material, so maybe you could turn it into iridium or something like that, right? And we get a pretty decent gun. Or, decent and decent. There was a gun. 46, 49 DPS. It wasn't a shield, no. Those are just the ones we have equipped, right? Yeah. The ones with this. I thought it was going to indicate which the new one was, but it has to be a level 2 one, right? There's no way that just gave me a level 1 reward. No. Oh, it was an S23. Good. So an S23. So it's either this or this. So that's a level 2, that's a level 2, that's a level 1 though. Okay, we have how much space now? Yeah, a little bit of space now. So we want to take it up if it was worth quite a bit. That's 133, that will pick up. Let's go back though. Let's go back a little bit here. Something record. Good. Oh. I do not have access to the vehicle yet. However, I thought there was something here we can loot. Right, 133 from that. And this was 107, so not loot that. Because basically you always want to have, right. Can we sort things, by the way? I mean, value. Ooh. That's actually very, very nice. Right, manufacture weapons, level, type, rarity, recent. Okay, so that's very, very useful when you want to like... Can you do the same thing in the backpack here? Yes, you can. So the stuff here was be what's lowest, and then you can check immediately, okay, like if I want to drop something, I want to drop that, for example, and stuff that you can see like so you know exactly like what you want to get rid of and stuff that, you know.
We're headed to that old order broadcast tower. I was gonna use it to send out a planet-wide recruitment message, but I couldn't get up the elevator without getting taken apart by rippers.
Yeah, and there's of course a day and night cycle now as well and stuff that, and certain locations looks pretty cool when they are like gray and stuff that. Now we do have the echo now, right? Yes, we do. I forgot, is there a waltz hunter symbol somewhere near here? Basically, there are like vault hunter symbols you can find. There are like bases you can find. There are like a bunch of different things that you can find that can be really, really good. Green shield. Nah, that's not better than that. I have a blue shield, which is 171. Can I not compare here immediately? You know, 4.3 is better though. Yeah, so let's go with the submachine gun instead. Okay. Oh, wow, that was insane. That's pretty fucking cool, man.
Clear out these rippers, rookie.
And that is another level. Do we use... Do we scrap several things here? At once now we use gain. We use Scarful into Incendiary there, I feel like. You know, at first at least. Ordnance. Melee chans, ordnance chans. Och så då ordnance chans för det här. But that feels that if you want to do like, because I know that the insane way to kill the bosses is usually that you abuse certain ordinances that shoot like missiles or whatever it is. You abuse certain ordinance and you can deal like an insane amount of damage. But then you want to have things that abuses the whole ordinance things, stuff that you want to build around having the ordinances and stuff that. Amon. Okay. Rippers. That will feel like you're supposed to be able to go down there. As if that, because yeah. Right. Anyway, up here. Ooh. Okay, that's a shield. Gray. That's a grenade. Impact crater. No. But maybe now. We could climb this though. And then we're used to this. Get up here. You're a water tower. Jump and more is absolutely nothing. Sad face. Jump. We're up here and there's absolutely nothing up here. But we do have a pretty swag overview here. Pretty swag overview. Whoa. Because this is where it ends with the boss fight, right? I think this is the mission. Oh. Yeah, we cannot go over there, so we have to go the other way here. Right, so again, and you have replayer, for example, as you can see, you saw it there in the mission sections, you have replayer, and on replay missions, so guns blazing, you cannot replay, and stuff like that. And then you have contacts, and then you have challenges here. You can see the challenges. Now, the challenges do reset for every single character, but you have like challenges for specific weapons like torque, and stuff like that, next to board, let me get you a towel. Explosives for torque guns, kill enemies with torque impact diet, torque grenades, and stuff like that. And you have a lot of stuff like that. And then also you have loot, for example, whatever here, characters. Then it's dependent, of course, the character that you're using and the stuff. And you see, you have rarity on things, for example, like blue rarity, okay, that's a pretty decent XP reward, but the rarity actually does matter. Because if you saw the challenge today, for example, that's green XP, that's purple XP, so that gives you a lot of these. Green, purple, green. Yeah, that's the one that ends. It shows you what the final award is there for certain one of these. Kill 10 enemies with Onslaughter. So Onslaughter lasts how long? Exactly do you last? Onslaughter lasts 18 seconds. So is there... Okay. So... Armor gains. Yeah, okay. When I once locked the Forge Storm, skill. Restores Ammon's action skill duration. So if you get Pyroclast, that increases rocket pawn's radius, or runner's radius basically. Increase the radius on these bonus terms K. Based on maximum shield capacity. So you need to have the shield capacity with that in order to make that better. So you want to get Pyroclast because that seems like, yeah, inside of Forge Storm restores action skill duration. I'm not even sure what these do. Increase reload speed, reloads his guns, Forge Storm. Oh. So that one is. So that one doesn't require this, right? His forward skill, because this is a forward skill. His forward fist, yeah. So this one, you don't need to have the crucible effective for this to work. And that deals the fire damage. And this makes my fire damage better. So that is a synergy that's built in. And Gathering Storm, you definitely want to get that because that's just more elemental damage. And that stacks 3 times. So that's 9% extra elemental damage. No, that's going to be more than that. Because there's 5 levels to it. That could be an insane amount. Like, because if it's 3 times 5, right, then it's going to be 50. Right? Then it's going to be 15% per stack. So it's going to be like 15, 30, 45% like extra elemental damage. I'm starting to see how I want to build. We're going to do barbecue build. Because I always like fire, you know. Whenever fire is possible, you know. Then I want to go fire. Alright, then. What do they allow us to continue on walking this path here? Can we actually go here? Or is this just a dead end? Or... you know, maybe we can run all the way around here. As long as we're close enough to the edge, we should be fine. Okay, because we can't swim, yeah. We don't use the instant to fall down, but usually there's a thing that, remember right in Borderlands 2, you had a whole thing that go past a certain point and then you just get shot to death, pretty much. I'm guessing that's the limit there. These ones. The limit 2, they give you the warning like in the previous games. Yeah. Maybe you get eaten by a shark and maybe there's a challenge actually. Get eaten by the shark. No, not. Okay, there are enemies here. Mere enemy. If okay, that's fire. That's not very good. They're fire. Get a level 4 here actually. Okay. Okay, let's go over here instead. Oh, we're gonna get it. Yes. He's from the melee alone there. Don't like it how we die like me every single time here. Yeah, no way we get this in time. Yeah, don't run into place with level 4 enemies when we still have weak guns. We still have level 2 guns. Yeah, where are we now? That was far away from that. Yeah, that was very far away from that. Oh man, we had a vending machine right there though.
My quest is not over.
We are still at the maximum, right? Inventory size. Not really max, but still, you know. Let's go actually kill stuff here. Oh, is this gonna be a... Yeah, that's just a machine gun. What level are also machine gun? That's level 2 machine gun. That's a level 3 though. Yes, we just get that. Because that's just still better. Because that's just a, you know, the level difference can do that much of already and stuff like that, you know.
Accept defeat, you silly bastards!
Silly bastards. Alright, we should have made sure that we were surrounded at first, kinda. Come on, you silly bastards. Alright, then that's different. That's okay. But what you probably want to do is find an area where you can easily get like surrounded by 10 enemies or whatever. I feel like, you know, that is something you just want to do. Generally speaking, one way to generally level fast in the Borderlands game is found like challenges that you can actually do. Okay, so that's a fast acting sorbet. What is this Dragon Ball? Okay, so Sobirat, maybe that's what it said. Yeah, Sobirat. How did I get sorbet from that? Mega fast acting sorbet. Like, oh yeah, this is really good. Okay, so that's level 2 healing. This is 6 healing. Yeah, that's level 2, but that's an epic though. And it's on astral metal immunity on use scans immunity to radiation for 3 seconds. Increased action skill cooldown rate. That's actually very, very good with that healing. Although heal burst on use scans additional burst worth 50%. That's actually very good though. But that has 22-second cooldown though. This only is for 32, but it's every fucking 8 seconds, man. That's just so good. So we just remove that. Yeah. We go down into backpack again. We sort after value, right? So 115 get rid of. Yoink. We have that equipped. 130 is next, right? So a bunch of 133 things here. That's the level 1, so get rid of level 1 specifically. Level 2, level 2, level 2, level 3. So we do have a few slots. We don't have no West to use yet. However, I do believe you actually get to activate the area at first and stuff like that, yeah, you know. We are not done yet. No, we do not. Not yet. Do we get to encounter birds already? Yes, we do. It's so different to fight things with just, you know, with just Okay. Yeah, these ones that have a bit of delay to the burst fire is actually very, very good, by the way. The delay to the burst fire. Yeah, let's just shoot these instead. Because it's a bit faster usually. Okay. Because I believe that no matter how you open them, they always count as like getting open and stuff that. There's something down there though. Level 5 enemies? Yo.
A gun you can trust.
Okay. Yeah, the SMGs are generally speaking very, very good. Especially ones that are kind of like more bursty. Where did the place go again? This. That's just a boat. But that's also this.
This is prisoner 437011-K. They don't let us use our names or else they
Okay, so is this one one that gave us...
make us do bad things for
There are
ourselves.
certain ones
As part of my
certain ones that actually do give you SDUs, if I remember
anti-corruption
correctly, certain
investigation
specific
to demonstrate
ones.
remorse, so
Because I don't think it had to do with the amount that you found. It was all specific ones, I believe.
437011-K. Do hereby acknowledge and affirm my guilt. I understand that the Order alone keeps Kairos alive. I understand that Kairos' survival is paramount to the survival of the universe.
I forgot if it's in this, because it's in certain games, right, where depending on how you kill the enemy, that sometimes it changes the XP that you get and stuff that, you know.
I regret my actions and sincerely repent for walking on grass without authorization. I swear to never make the same mistake nor any other mistake knowingly.
Like that's something for walking on girls without authorization, right? And then if the prison log is specifically from this place, right, where there's a shit on the fucking grass, then, you know, like that's... Because, right, you might think that, oh, this is mega dystopian and stuff that, right? But it's just like, you know, you still do have some freedoms. Like, that's the whole thing that's interesting, that there are still groups that he allows to do, like, certain things and stuff that... and still, right, like, the timekeeper isn't super, like, wow, evil just, you know, and stuff that, you know. Yes, he is evil, you know, but, you know, it is done in an interesting way. But then I say checkpoint. Checkpoint. And we are at... Yeah, we're almost at still sure. Do I have quite a few more slots? Right, and this is where you can get a really, really good chest here. They say fragile, and then you still cannot punch these for whatever weird reason, or open them at least for your punching. We'll do one more part of this, by the way. Ammo, ammo. Road versus camel. All level 6. One of them are level 6 at least. Maybe that's not a good idea. Anyway, see you all in part